blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Says something feels wrong, and so just as you're pulling out all of your swords, all of a sudden you hear, "Get him!" And out of the woods comes 6 really nasty-looking, sharp-toothed green guys with, rusty swords and nasty-looking armor and rust and blood, and they just charge at you. And so now, we're going to do something called rolling.
Blood!
We're going to roll initiative.
Right.
Apparently my paladin does better in combat. Go figure.
Yeah.
Well,
You got this? I ain't doing shit, man. I just wait till I'm dead. And collect the blood.
he pulls out his little vials.
The eye has commanded me to collect the blood.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's where I get my dark powers. My teacher is the eye. From the
I feel
magic talisman on the wall.
Right.
I can just imagine.
Magic tapestry on the wall.
Right.
I feel compelled to tell you that blood magic usually only works when the person's still alive. Like if you collect blood of a dead person, it doesn't do much.
Oh, it does a lot for me.
But not
He's also apparently a little nuts.
Just a little nuts.
I don't know. Well, maybe it might not. Only one way to find out.
Alright, Fuego, what's your initiative?
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, yeah.
Whoa.
Wow. Bananagan. Again.
21.
Zavros?
17.
Cookie.
11.
11. Alas.
Perceptive,
18.
not very.
And
Initiative.
Trevor.
19.
19. Wow, we all rolled pretty high initiative. Alright. Fuego gets to go first. So you've got a goblin in front of you. And he's got a sword. And he's looking at you like he'd really like to stick it in your guts. So you've got a couple of options.
So we'll just pick Fading Strike for now, I guess.
Okay. So it says attack dexterity versus AC. So what you're going to do, just like with your perception attack, your perception roll and your initiative, you're going to grab your d20, you're going to roll it, and you're going to add your dexterity modifier, which is the big guy right here. You're going to add 5 because most of your stuff is going to be dexterity. And what you're doing is you're putting your dexterity up against my AC, which is short for armor class.
Okay.
So roll your d20.
11.
11. Now add your dexterity modifier.
16.
16. So so that hits.
Okay.
So that hits the goblin that's right in front of you. So now you get to roll damage. So it's going to tell you did the nimble strike, right?
No.
Oh, you did this one. Okay. So what it tells you is hit. The
Set.
W, well, it takes a little bit to get used to it, but then it becomes pretty obvious. So it says 1 weapon plus your dexterity modifier, which it helpfully tells you is a 5. So W means the weapon. Your weapon is this longbow, and it says right here, range basic 1d10.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means what you're now going to do is roll your d10. What happened to your d10? Oh, that's a 20.
I didn't have
That's a
one.
6.
Never had it.
So you
I
need to
got one for you.
You got an extra 10?
Yeah, I've got extra everything.
Oh, you are awesome. Because I have a ton of extra stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll that.
Okay.
You're going to add your dexterity modifier, and that is going to be the damage you do. 9. Plus your dex is 5.
Remember?
So you do
I was
14
like,
points
yeah,
of
I
damage.
like that.
Very nice.
So for the way I have D6, no, I only have one.
For right now, that is the end of your turn.
Okay.
Because you would also have the chance usually to move and do something else. But for the moment, we're just dealing with fighting people.
Okay.
Okay, so that was...
I want a cookie.
There you go.
Cookie.
Alright, so next up
The
is...
chocolate.
Chocolate.
Of course.
They're
David,
awesome.
do you want half?
Women, sex,
Yes.
and chocolate. Here, pass that to Her Highness over there.
What a
Okay,
bitch.
so
How can I get over there?
next up are 2 goblins. Get
There's
to
only
go.
one left. And
So
Do
the
we
one-
know how many goblins are attacking?
There happens to be one for each of you. There happens to be 6. It just so happens to be 6 goblins. The one you just pegged with an arrow is pretty pissed off at you because you just boom, arrow right in his side. He is really hurt. And he's going to come running after you with a short sword. And
Mm-hmm.
so now he is
That's
attacking
exactly
you.
what I was thinking.
He's attacking versus your armor class. So he got a 26 versus your armor class. So what is your armor class is right there. What is your armor
18.
class? All right, so he hits you
Ow.
with the short
Hard.
sword. Yeah, these guys are a little nasty. So he doesn't.
Done anything nasty like throw up a-
Fortunately, he only kind of grazes you. He does 6 points of damage. So right here is your hit points. It's going to be on the right side towards the bottom of your sheet. So you've got 23 at the moment. You'll want to subtract 6 off of that, and then if you want to just kind of keep track in here,
Oh, okay.
that's how you can remember.
You need a pencil and an eraser then.
Yes.
I don't have. Oh, there you go.
So what's 23
So you
minus
randomly
6?
throwing a bugbear out of
I
it
don't
and
know,
scare the
man.
shit out of
No,
all
I'm
the newbies?
Throwing a bunch of
17.
I've been
goblins
playing
at
since I was
13.
5 years old.
17.
Every
Yeah.
year since saying makes complete sense.
Okay.
I haven't played 4th edition. I haven't played
Fourth,
2nd.
I like because it's a little more streamlined.
I
Okay.
haven't played since 2nd, so.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, I have
God,
my
That's all right.
how old are you?
That's
Sure,
right.
man.
He's-
Same age.
Screw you.
Randy.
I had the original Red
I
Box.
was born in
I have it
1990.
Okay.
Yeah, Howard is 70s.
The
I
second
was
goblin
smoking
is
by
taking a
the
look
time
at
you
this big dragonborn that's in front of him and thinking, this guy, I gotta take this guy out. And so he's running at you with a short sword, and he is gonna hit you for... Where the hell is it? Oh, okay. He attacks you with a 16. Does a 16 hit your armor class?
Nope.
Nope. Alright, so he swings wildly and just swish right past you.
Whiffer.
So that's the two of them. The next person to go is Banagain. Bananagan. So there's a goblin. There's a goblin a little ways away from you, eyeing you in a very evil way. So same thing. I want you to look at some of the powers that you have.
Oh, I know exactly that.
What would you like to do?
Jim's magic missile.
I'm throwing a scorching burst.
Okay, so for those, so read off
I've done that.
what it does.
Well, it throws fire, a pillar of fire, right around a select group of enemies. It says here I can group them.
Okay, yeah, you can
But-
grab two of them at the same time if you'd like. There's two of them right next to each other in front of you.
Yep. It says, yep.
Just go ahead and read off the whole thing.
Burst within 10 squares.
Okay,
First
so that
one
means
within 10 squares.
once we get into movement, you'll see. But basically, far away from you, you're going to make a section of fire, column of fire.
And the target is each creature in the burst.
Okay, so
So I have
you
a
want to be careful with this because it doesn't say enemy; it says creature. For now, you found two goblins together, not near any of your party members. But if it does say creature, that usually does mean anybody in the burst.
Oh, I don't care. I'm throwing fire out.
Alright, so you got
shit.
Blood fire.
I think
So
I'm
you
gonna
got
have to mark some
goblins
people after
you're
this.
targeted
Not
with
gonna
this
be
thing. So what do you got to do to attack?
It says 1d6 plus int modifier. Plus
Okay.
Initiative.
fire damage.
Okay, so that's if you hit, but first you have to try to hit. So it
5
says
plus 5 versus reflex.
okay, so it's versus
Just int
reflex.
intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay, so grab
Yes.
your d20. Plus 5. So he's attacking with what? His wisdom. It should say attack like
Intelligence?
dexterity versus or intelligence.
Yeah,
versus-
intelligence versus
Okay,
reflex.
so your intelligence is plus 5.
Magic shake. 'Cause I got
What does it say on the
this.
sheet?
My intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah, this, oh my god.
20.
What's my
Must
password?
be
Yeah,
a
it's
little
20.
serious, I did.
Oh, sorry. Like
I glanced at you.
I need the
Are you sure?
20.
Modifier.
So see how there's a modified one over there, so it's a 5. So you're gonna roll that d20 and you're gonna add 5.
So 19.
19, and it's versus what?
Reflex.
Reflex.
You hit them both. Alright, you hit the first one. Since you're hitting multiple creatures, you're gonna roll again for the second one, see if you hit him, and then you'll roll once for damage. So go for the second one.
Oh, even better. 20.
Okay. So you hit both of
Modified
them in
20.
the burst. So now you have to roll damage. So it should,
1d6.
Electric arm.
D6?
and then plus what?
5. Plus 5.
Okay. Oh,
10.
so 10 points. Alright, one of them bursts into flame.
Damn
goes,
right.
Ah! He happens to be the one with an arrow sticking out of him. He
Way to go,
screams
Overkill.
and goes ka-thunk and just falls to ashes before you.
Good.
Damn. No blood.
That's what you get for
She gets for
flambeing
using
him.
fire, yeah.
The other one looks really like third-degree burns and is bleeding profusely, but he's still standing. he's still standing.
Oh,
Badass
that's
goblin.
bastard.
Really,
He
really
is.
annoying now.
All right,
Actually-
next one up is Trevor.
Yes.
Okay, so you've got a goblin.
Nice name.
Magical Trevor.
Magical
I'm a cleric.
Trevor. He's a cleric.
You want
Okay, so now you.
He's
are
the
gonna have two
yeah.
more
He's
options
the
to
he's
attack
the
with, so you should
backstab
have
rogue.
a couple
so he
of
should
things.
have.
You should have some
Are
ranged
you?
stuff. So there's a goblin
Yeah.
a couple feet
I don't know.
away.
Okay.
Do you
What
have
would you like to do?
backstab?
I don't know what it is.
Let's see
No,
here.
I don't. I have Fading Strike. And
Is
that's
this
it.
is the goblin that's a few feet away? Is that near one of the other allies?
No, at the moment he's by
Just
himself.
by himself.
There's a
Okay.
couple groups of them that you've caught them running at you. So
Okay. I think I'm gonna use the Lance of Faith,
okay.
which will be Wisdom versus Reflex.
All right. So
So I get a 19,
all right, you hit him.
and
So-
that's 1d8 plus Wisdom modifier plus 5.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says.
Okay, so the +5
Yeah.
Is your
because-
wisdom
Is your
modifier.
wisdom modifier.
Oh, okay.
When they print out these power cards, they're nice. And they automatically draw what your modifier is
I
a lot of
see.
the time, but not all of the time.
That's
So
weird.
if it has it in
Okay,
parentheses,
I see.
Alright, go for him.
8 and 5, 13.
13, nice. So shining beam of light, you cast it right at this goblin, it hits him square in the face. He screams, and blood is now pouring out of his nose and
Say
out of
what?
his mouth.
Not a goddamn word.
And he and he glares at you, but he's still standing. All right, so there's 2 more goblins.
I'm in plate armor. What do you want from me? I
What's
can't.
your class?
I can't move. I'm an Eladrin Invoker Avenger. I made a hybrid class.
She's a
What's
ranged
your
person.
race?
Eladrin. Plate armor.
Very.
Naughty.
The fancy,
elf.
Alright.
the new
You're
fancy
an elf,
elves.
and you're in plate, and you don't have very good reflex.
Because
You're
she's
not
in plate.
obviously wearing elven plate.
No.
Well, no, they're level 1 characters. They can't afford that.
I don't
are
have-
These, are these bottom feeders?
Yes.
Oh,
Level 2 right here.